see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Everybody. Thank you. Everybody, please have a seat. Everybody have a seat. Oh, it is good to be back in Ottumwa. I missed you guys. There are a couple of special folks that I want to make sure that I acknowledge. First of all, used to be your governor, now your Secretary of Agriculture, Tom Vilsack, is in the house. Your Attorney General, Tom Miller, is in the house. The Mayor of Ottumwa, Dale Ewing. And College President, our host, Jim Lindenmeyer. Jim was bragging about the ball team here. All right. We can go out there and shoot a little bit. They seem very confident. Well, it is wonderful to see all of you, and thanks for the wonderful welcome. Before I begin, I just want to briefly mention the continued resilience of folks up in the Cedar Rapids area in the wake of the flood that devastated the region a few years back. It has taken a long time to clean up after that, but I promised that my administration would be a committed partner in their recovery. That's why yesterday we announced $38 million in grants for their rebuilding and recovery efforts, and we'll continue to stand with the people of Iowa going forward. Now, I love you too. It's great to see you. Thank you. If it weren't for Iowa, I wouldn't be president. I believe that. It is great to be back in Ottumwa. We had some great times, although I got to admit that the last time I was here, I didn't arrive using a helicopter. We were in a little van. And my legs were all cramped up. But it's a great honor to be your president. Now, having said that, one of the toughest parts about it is you don't get out as much as you used to. You're in what they call the bubble. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a very nice bubble. The White House is a great place to work. I live above the store, so it's an easy commute. I see my girls off to school every morning. I can always go, no matter how late I'm working, I can have dinner with my girls at night, and that's a great thing. But it does mean I just can't walk around and visit folks and run into them at the grocery store as easily as I used to, and so you lose something. And as you remember, it wasn't that long ago when I was driving around in a van or a bus and introducing myself to people and shaking hands, and only to hear them say as I walked away, "Who was that guy again?" What? How do you say his name? So it's nice to be back in Iowa, but also just nice to be back among the American people. Earlier today, I visited the Siemens Wind Power Project in Fort Madison. Some of you may have seen this. And I chatted with workers, and we checked out the work that they're doing to stake America's claim on a clean energy future, and Iowa's claim on America's future. And if anybody's seen these blades for these wind turbines that Iowa is a leader in. They're being manufactured, a state-of-the-art factory that only a few years ago was completely shut down. And now they've got 600 people working there, and they're looking to expand even further. And it gives you a sense of what can happen when you've got a combination of a terrific state government, because Tom Vilsack was the one who originally brought them in. You've got a federal government that's giving tax credits and tax incentives for wind energy and clean energy. And then you've got a community full of folks that are just ready to work and willing to do what it takes. And that is exactly the kind of future that we want to promote. I stopped by a small food producer in Mount Pleasant. A young woman, she couldn't have been more than 25. And she is starting her own. Her parents had a farm. It didn't look like they were farming it actively. She came back home, and now she's planting fruits and vegetables, and she's got a small loan, and she started participating in the farmers market, and now she's been hooking up with the local department store, and pretty soon she's going to be with the schools. And so we're getting fresh produce to market. She is starting to make money. And you're seeing that kind of entrepreneurship all across the state and all across the country. And these visits are reminders that when you get out into the heartland and you talk to folks, there's a lot to learn from rural America. Because it's towns like this that give America its heartbeat. It's towns like this where working men and women built the American dream with their bare hands. Farmers who get up before dawn, shopkeepers who hang the open sign every morning, entrepreneurs who get that idea and turn that idea into a reality. And that's a dream that's shared by every American. A chance to make a good living, to raise a healthy, secure family, and then to leave our children with even more opportunity than we had. But look, the fact is we have gone through a tough time. And I know we've gone through a tough time here in Ottumwa. Even though our economy is growing again, even though our markets have rebounded, our businesses are beginning to create jobs again and hire again, that's all good news, but everybody here knows there's a lot of recovery that we still have to do. And I hear the stories in the letters that I get every night. Some of you know I take 10 letters out of the 40,000 or so that we get, and I read them